Hello and welcome to the Bulletin. I'm Priyanshu Javargye with news this week, and in the next 7 minutes, we will be walking you through the week's biggest stories from India and all across the world. So stay tuned. Situation at LAC remains tense. Indian and Chinese troops remain within few hundred meters of each other.
LAC is slightly tense, keeping in view of the situation. We had undertaken some precautionary deployments for our own safety and security.
Foreign ministers of both the nations will meet tomorrow in Moscow at the SCO meet, where Foreign Minister S. Jaishankar will urge his Chinese counterpart to return to the status quo. India overtakes Brazil to become the second most infected country in the world. Total case crosses 43.7 lakhs, recovery rate at 77%, and death rate slips to 1.7%. Phase 3 trials of AstraZeneca paused in UK over a potentially unexpected illness. Oxford India's partner Serum Industry has confirmed that the trials would not be paused in India. Political heat simmers in Bihar as election nears. Election Commission has announced that the Bihar election will end by November 29. Bihar CM Nitish Kumar started his election campaign by announcing JDU's first virtual rally.
Starting off with Delhi. Delhi Metro Rail Corporation resumes services on red, green and violet lines on Thursday as part of Unlock 4. The Dussehra celebrations in Mysuru to be inaugurated by COVID-19 warriors. In Uttar Pradesh, CBI asks government to take action against former Unnao DM, 3 police officers for failing to lodge an FIR in 2017 for a rape case against former BJP MLA Kudeep Singh Sengar.
Reacting to India's ban, South Korea's PUBG tries to pull plug on Chinese Tencent Games. 2 Australian journalists fled China under diplomatic protection, fearing worsening relationship between Canberra and Beijing. The UK will unveil its planned changes which could override the key elements of its Brexit deal with Brussels in breach of international law. A fire destroyed Greece's largest migrant camp in Lesbos on Monday. The government declared 4-day state of emergency. The leader of Myanmar, Aung San Suu Kyi, declares an open election campaign among virus surge. The wildfire in California torched a record more than 2 million acres, the state fire department said on Monday. The International Day of Clean Air for Blue Skies was observed on 7 September 2020 following the recognition of United Nations General Assembly. Fugitive diamond merchant Nirav Modi's extradition trial began on Monday at Westminster Magistrate Court.
India's exports have increased 13% during the first week of September, while railway freight loading is around 10% higher, indicating signs of pickup that augurs well for manufacturing activity. Union Finance and Corporate Affairs Minister Nirmala Sitharaman on Wednesday launched the doorstep banking service of state-run banks to benefit a large number of customers, including senior citizens and persons with disabilities. The Employee Provident Fund Organization has decided to pay 8.5% interest rate in tranches of 8.15% and 0.35%. American private equity firm Silver Lake to invest Rs 7,500 crore in Reliance Retail. The investment by Silver Lake is the second one in Reliance after putting in $1.3 billion in Jio platform earlier this year. Union Minister Nitin Gadkari on Wednesday said the government is aiming to create 5 crore additional jobs in MSME sector in 5 years. Fuel consumption in August posed biggest monthly decline since April as a surge in coronavirus cases continue to throttle economic activity and transportation.
James LeBron has been declared as an all-time leader of the playoff. No player in the history of NBA has more victories than LeBron after the Los Angeles Lakers scored 112 points and won over the Houston Rockets by 3 points. LeBron has also managed to make some personal history by blocking 4 shots in the third quarter for the first time in his 17-year-old career. The World Championship player Sai Praneeth has withdrawn from the Thomas & Uber Cup Badminton Championship due to be held in Denmark from October 3rd to October 11th. The world number 13 has cited discomfort in his right knee as the reason for his withdrawal from this championship. Pierre Gasly has been declared as the winner of the Italian Grand Prix 2020 at Monza. The race had everything from an early brake failure to an horrific crash and repositioning of the leadership board. Lewis Hamilton was seen leading the race and clearly comforting his 90th win before he crashed into the pit line and violating the rules of Formula 1. This gave wind for Gasly to finish the race first. Mercedes and Ferrari took to Twitter to congratulate the winner. With this, you reach the end of this edition of the Bulletin. Thank you for watching.